Hey Heartlanders, so it's Heartland Season 19, Episode 9. And I'm back to do another Heartland review. And guess who else is back on Heartland? It's Georgie! That's right, Georgie's back, and Peter is bringing her back to the Heartland Ranch to surprise her family.
I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they see who I brought with me.
But we sadly learn, along with the rest of the Heartland family, that all is not well in Georgie's world. Not only is she not doing great with Phoenix and her Olympic hopes, she's also broken up with Quinn. And on top of dealing with all that, Peter won't stop giving her advice.
Okay.
My dad is driving me nuts. How do I get him off my case?
Wow.
Later, though, Georgie starts to realize that not all of Peter's advice is bad. And she opens up to him and Katie on a family s'mores night.
Dad, you were right. Break up with Quinn's been really rough.
In another storyline, guess who else is back? It's Nathan Price Jr., and he's even wearing his initials on his shirt. I guess in case he forgets who he is. Nathan's come by the ranch to bring his sister's horse, who she's having troubles with. And Nathan wants Amy to keep the fact that she's training Gracie's horse a secret from her, which doesn't work out very well. And when Gracie finds out that Amy is training her horse, she suggests that they work together. But then Amy finds something about Gracie in one of her mom's journals.
You seriously crossed a line.
I made one mistake.
You whipped a horse because it wouldn't respond to your cues?
That's right. Amy finds out that Gracie had once abused a horse. But Gracie is now very remorseful for her actions when she was young. And she works with Amy on her new horse in the proper way.
Thank you.
In the third storyline, the guy who'd hurt Dex and caused him to have that fateful hockey injury shows up at the ranch. And Dex isn't happy about it, to say the least.
It was a dirty hit and I can't play hockey anymore. It was your fault and I have to live with it. So you should too.
Look, I'm trying to make it up to you, man. Dex!
And Jack is so upset about Dex's violent actions, he fires him.
I've been through with you and now this. We're done here.
What, like I'm fired again?
What do you think? I want you gone in the morning.
But someone who sticks by Dex's side is River. And when she asks Katie to do the same, and Katie refuses, she's justifiably upset.
No, I know who Dex is. Okay, he is a great guy, and if you were really my friend, you would be happy for me.
And in the last storyline, the rustlers have stolen 10 more cows, and we find out who's behind all this cattle rustling. It's none other than that dirty scoundrel who burned down the Heartland barn, Wes. And just like back in that season, Jack wants to go and confront him. But Amy and Peter both tell them that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Wait, no, you guys are not going anywhere. This guy is a dangerous criminal. You're not going.
Amy's right. Let's all calm down here and not do anything crazy.
Wait. They could still have our cattle.
Yeah, what's more important, getting your cattle back or staying alive? The police are on their way. Let's let them do their thing, right?
But Jack and Lou and Nathan don't take that sage advice. And they go off and try to confront the rustlers on their own. That's the end of the episode. So now what I really think about this episode. Well, Georgie shows up, so it can't be too bad, right? But she doesn't do much. All she does is explain that she's broken up with Quinn. She spends a little time with Katie, which is actually sort of cool. But nothing much dramatic other than that. And then, of course, Nathan's back, but who really cares, right? And then, I thought Peter was great in this episode, but the fact that Peter was my favorite character this episode sort of shows that something is really going wrong with Heartland. I hate to say it, but it's true. And in my opinion, there's a bunch of issues going on, but one of the biggest issues is that too many of the storylines are do-overs, like this whole thing with the cattle rustlers. The teenage boy in the loft being a potential teen love interest, down to his angry outbursts and then Jack telling him that he was fired, which that's not really going to happen. I could be okay with repeated storylines. What really is upsetting is that they have changed the whole way that Heartland is written, the whole way that the script is written, which is the most upsetting part. It's very upsetting that they took a show that was so unique in the way that each episode ended on a positive note. There was something very unique and beautiful about the way each time the episode ended, they would end it on a positive, uplifting note. But now it's just like every other show out there. They end each episode on a cliffhanger. It's like these new writers want to completely change the show, or maybe they never even watched it. It just makes me upset, and I'm sorry, but that's why I wasn't able to do reviews for the last couple of episodes. Now, this particular episode was pretty good, except for that. I love seeing all those old characters, Wes, Georgie, who wouldn't, even, Peter was interesting. So I'm going to give it a solid 7. But what do you guys think? Do you agree that the change in the tempo and the endings of the episode are unnerving, or does it not really bother you? And how do you feel about the rehashed storylines? Or some of them, I hate to say it, not very interesting storylines, like the ones with Katie, Dex, etc. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'm looking forward to episode 10, the last episode of season 19. And I'm really hoping that it encapsulates that beauty and magic and uniqueness of Heartland. I'm hoping I'm not asking for too much, but see you all next week. Bye for now.